Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into this winter storm discussion for September 5th, 2020. Before getting on with today's video, however, if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest forecast and best forecast from the Weather Dude, then please, every single one of you that is not subscribed, please click the subscribe and the ring and the notification bell so you guys stay up to date with the latest The Weather Dude content. And also, please watch the whole video. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for 1,000 subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me. And this is taking the next step towards monetization. So please watch the whole video. It really does help out my channel a lot. And also, please give this video a like and share this with your friends. Thank you. Now let's get on with today's video. You guys can tell by the tone of my voice that, yes, I'm a little shocked. All right, we do have our first September snowstorm potentially on our hands here over the next couple of days. Now, keep in mind, most of the snow with the system could fall over the Rockies, all right? But some areas in the lower elevations could still see some wintry mix, to say the least, and even some snowfall. So we're going to break it down for you in today's video. Now, starting with the Weather Channel, the cold and snow, okay? So here's the Weather Channel map, and you can see right here that where the worst of the cold is indicated by that purple shade, the magenta shading here, where our temperatures could be as much as 30, even 40 degrees below average. And that's going to plummet our temperatures. Like, I've seen some places that could drop nearly 70 degrees, like over like 24 or 36, or over like 36 hours, they could drop like 70 degrees, which is like just crazy. Like, I saw Denver could be going from like 100 degrees down to 37 within a span of like 36 hours. So this is pretty impressive. It's also dangerous too, because going from like dangerously hot to dangerously cold that quick can make a lot of people sick. So, you know, be sure to keep that in mind. Now, with as for the snowfall totals, all right, we can see some later amounts generally. We'll be breaking that down also in today's video. Some of the models think, but some of the higher elevations could even see some more moderate snowfall totals. So let's actually do the GFS model, but I want to show you the jet stream pattern, because what could really be causing this. And as you can see, let me pull my black marker back up, and there we go. So as you can see, we do kind of have like a high pressure system way up, all right, and that's helping to keep the southwest nice and hot, but that also keeps the jet stream flowing around this way, which is why the Northeast is having we're having a great day in the Northeast here. It's calm. It's sunny, it's not too hot, it's a perfect fall day. A little warm, all right, but it's a perfect fall day here. But that will be changing for the Rockies at least. It's going to go from a summer day to a perfect winter day in just a span of a couple of days, potentially, not even. So as you can see, here comes the jet stream. It's starting to make its way south. This is 8 p.m. Monday, but look at this. All right, it gets down even farther, because look at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. You can see that jet stream makes a big plunge, and look at this. We also have a presence of a little high pressure, which will send even more cold air down this way. That will be that high pressure there that you see where that is, could be funneling potentially some colder air right down in a northeast, like a northeast flow, all the way down right into Colorado. All right, and it won't be just Colorado either. Other areas will be seeing some snow out of this potentially, out of this storm. Now, I don't believe we have our winter storm names in for 2021. I wouldn't really say this could be, this could become a winter storm, but I don't think so, because it will be affecting primarily mountainous regions, but there will still be, again, like I said, there will be some areas in the lower elevations that could be impacted by some snowfall. But look at the jet stream, how it just makes a big dip here. We're getting cold air sent all the way south. Look at this. Let's look at our surface temperature anomalies, and look at this. You can just see it. Wow, more than 30 degrees below average. Where you see the worst of the cold is where you can potentially see the worst of the snow. Now keep in mind, it's going to be cold, sure, but without any moisture, right? We can't have snow without some type of moisture, right? So let's take a look at our relative. This is where the relative humidities come in, okay? So as that cold air is coming, like I said, the cold air, so if we go to 84 hours, right? So we're going to take a look at 8 p.m. Tuesday. Our surface temperature anomalies, look at this. The widespread 30 plus degrees below average in this entire area I just shaded in black here. All right, or outlined in black, I should say. And when you look at the relative humidities, look how high our relative humidity values are. They are pretty high. Now, does that mean our dew points are going to be in the 70s? No, because when the temperature drops, so will the dew point generally. So, like, it's going to be hard to find a 0-degree day where dew points are like 65. It's going to be pretty hard to find. So, the relative humidity is saying the closer the temperature and the dew point are together, the more moisture we have, and we definitely have some moisture content available, especially in Colorado, in Nebraska, and Kansas. And this is where we can squeeze out the snow. There's really high relative humidity values and temperatures of 40 degrees, 30 to 40 degrees below average here. So this could be one heck of a storm potentially, especially for September. And you can just see the places that it could impact. All right, so starting with this. Now, this could be a snow to rain kind of event. As you can see some snow coming into Wyoming, but you notice behind it maybe some rainy spots. All right, that also could depend on your elevation. Now, watch as this storm drops into Colorado. Look at this. We see southeastern Wyoming. We even see central western Nebraska in some snowfall. We see central and northeastern Colorado in some snowfall. But it does not stop there. Western Kansas, the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, the extreme northern corner of the Texas panhandle, could even see some snowfall. And the reason for that is behind this storm, there's going to be a high pressure that builds in potentially over Wyoming. And what that's going to help to do is, again, funnel even more cold air over top of that rainfall. So, again, let me just review it with you guys. Here's a high pressure. The cold air will be funneled over top of that rainfall and transition it to snowfall for places like the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, for western Kansas. And that's why we can see a switch over to snow. But let's take a look at those temperatures, because those temperatures, I think, really do matter. And when you look at you can see it's cold enough to snow. All right, like look at western Kansas down to Oklahoma and Texas panhandles. It's anywhere from 32 to 35 or 32 to 37. So snow may not stick, but it certainly will fall. Now, somewhere it will potentially stick is definitely Wyoming, Colorado. We can see it stack up pretty heavily. Now, as for the snowfall totals, this is going through next Saturday morning. This is actually exactly 7-day snowfall totals, and it could rack up. But like I said, because of those warmer temperatures, I think the Texas, Oklahoma panhandle, and western Kansas, I think snowfall amounts will be limited to 1 to 3 inches. But still, September snow, like, you can't beat it, right? Now, keep in mind, those higher elevations, we could see 6 to 12 inches of snowfall plus in places like Colorado, in places like Wyoming and Montana. Even some isolated spots in northern Wyoming could even see 12 to 18 inches of snow, or 12 to 15 inches according to the GFS model. Now, we're going to go over the GEM model now, and let's take a look at how they really depict the jet stream. All right. So, again, here's the jet stream, all right, coming down. But I think they have a little bit more of an intense jet stream. I mean, actually not as strong of a jet stream. So maybe that could impact how the snow falls, because if we don't have as much cold air coming down, it's going to be harder or cold air in place, I should say. It's going to be harder for that snow to come down. Again, high pressure is going to funnel even more cold air in there. And let's take a look now at what they think could play out. So again, snowfall drops into Wyoming. It drops into Colorado. All right. As you can see right there in central Colorado. But they don't really give much snow to a place like western Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. They do, but it comes on actually, it's the opposite. They actually have like a rain to snow kind of event on the very back side. And actually, they don't really put much snow for Oklahoma and Texas. It kind of fades out, right? You see like a little area of wintry mix and some ice. By the time the front moves through Texas and Oklahoma, it's just rain. So we'll see. It's going to get pretty close. Because take a look at those temperatures. Temperatures will be, like I said, if they get below freezing, we can see some snow or at least some ice. But if they stay too close to 40, then that's not going to be enough to transition to snow. If you're lucky, like I remember one time here during April, it was like 42, 43, and somehow it started snowing. But it was like a few tiny flakes and didn't even stick, didn't even come close. So once that temperature gets above, now it also depends. If the temperature is, it's not like the temperature, like if the snow can stick, doesn't necessarily depend on the temperature. It does kind of. It also has to depend on how heavy the snow is falling. For example, if it is 35 degrees outside, also another factor is how, because if it's springtime, that sun's gonna be a little stronger. We're gonna have that spring equinox, so it's gonna be even harder for the snow to stick in March and April, depending on where you live, of course. But if it's 35 degrees and it's from some light snow, it's gonna be hard for the snow to stick. But if it's 35 and you're having like a complete blizzard, then the snow will still stick pretty easily. So that's what you have to watch. All right, so looking at the GEM model here, let's see how they play this out. So let's go back to here. And again, western Kansas could still see some snow, but then it will potentially fade off. So our snowfall totals for western Kansas, they're calling actually for 4 to 6 inches of snow, but Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle, the snow is kind of cut off to the extreme northern portions of the state. Again, 6 to 12 plus for Colorado, for Wyoming, I think is the main thing we're seeing here. European model. Whoopsie, wrong order. All right, so we're going to take a look at the European model now. All right, as you can see, European model has the snow. Look at this. Some pretty heavy snow dropping through Wyoming and even some ice for western Nebraska. Then it drops into Colorado. Then it drops into northern New Mexico with another surface low developing. And again, all models agree on this high pressure here that can really help to funnel in even more cold air from the northeast direction, which could still pump out some more snowfall. The European model says, oh, we can still see some wintry mix for western Kansas, for Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, but then it kind of fizzles out to rain pretty quickly. But they do have somehow a little area of wintry mix still in central western Kansas, so we'll be watching for that. Here's our jet stream winds. All right, and as you can see, let's take a look at the jet stream, but it does kind of get it broken up though, but the cold air will still be getting down there. All right, we'll still be seeing a lot of cold air funneling from the northeast direction, and it's going to cause a lot of areas to see a lot of snowfall. Like I said, this purple color is 6 to 12, but in those red colors, maybe 12 plus. But they do have an area, Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle, reaching a little bit farther south than the other two models. Even western Kansas, maybe 1 to 3 inches, maybe even a little bit more than that in some very isolated spots. So that is it. All right, we could be seeing a September snowstorm, pretty amazing. We'll have to see exactly how it plays out. Hopefully I'll be able to do updates on this. So thank you guys for watching today's video. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time, catch you guys next video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. And I'll see you guys in the next weather video. Bye.